Welcome, everyone. This is Lynn Schuessler Williams in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a speaker coach, and author, and I'm so excited to be your host tonight for this Success Partners International Wednesday Training Zoom. We start all our calls and meetings at Success Partners with our signature message. Each and every person on this line can say, I am part of a growing team of entrepreneurs with a shared mission to protect and empower 2 million families and small businesses with Legal Shield's network of law firms and world-class identity theft services. What we do matters, and we are looking for help. And with that, I have the great pleasure to go out to a gentleman who is a $150,000 ring earner knocking on the door of the Millionaire Club. He is a leader among leaders and a coach to all of us, as well as to young people on the tennis court. A man I am very pleased to call my friend, Mr. Timur Halligan. The call is yours, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Lynn. Truly, truly appreciate you. And what a great picture you had back there behind you. I believe that was from one of our performance club trips where we had the opportunity to go to a great resort, an incredible beach, have some awesome times with friends and family, and Legal Shield family and family that we got to bring with us. And what incredible times we are in right now amidst some very, very difficult times in our country. And now more than ever, folks need the services that Legal Shield provides. So my number one word of encouragement right now is that you share the Legal Shield story as much as you can. As our Platinum Executive Director, $800,000 income earner, Mr. John and Darcy Hoffman, say all the time, we got to see the people. We have to tell the story. We have to ask those that have our services for referrals. We want to bring these services to the masses. And I am excited to say to people that I am a Legal Shield associate. And so welcome everyone to our Wednesday night team training call. We got a great treat tonight. You know, I just moved from the Illinois marketplace to the North Carolina marketplace. And with the exception of, missing some friends and, leaving the cold weather, which really doesn't bother me a whole heck of a lot, I did leave some really, really great people in Legal Shield. And the gentleman I'm about to share tonight with you, who's going to be our guest trainer tonight, is the Network Vice President for the state of Illinois. He just went back and got his MBA, which I am super proud of because he didn't need to do that, right? He didn't go back to do the MBA for more money because he does well with Legal Shield. He does well outside of Legal Shield. You know, if you watch television, you've probably seen him on a couple different shows. I've seen him on Chicago PD. I've seen him on Empire. Most of you, all of you that have been to any of our international conventions, he is always the DJ extraordinaire. I always got an inroad to hearing my favorite song by Journey, Don't Stop Believing. I'm going to take this call, this Zoom, and I'm going to turn it over for tonight's training to my good friend, Network Vice President for the state of Illinois, Mr. Mel Roberson.
Timur, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right,
looking good, my man. Looking good. I miss you, brother.
I miss you as well. Before I get started, I gotta get a little of it in there. Our theme song, Don't Stop Believing. I should have had it queued up to the right part, the Don't Start Believing part, but you guys get the message. Let me go ahead and turn this down. I'm gonna leave it playing in the background because I get excited when I hear Journey. Team Ascent, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, as well as the Prosperity Group. I know some people from our organization are in here as well because we do not want to waste an opportunity to train the people that we love when it comes to what it is that we're doing. It's 8:30 and I'm still pumped. I'm bouncing off the walls. I've been bouncing off the walls for the week I've been in the house now, only leaving out for the essentials, which is kind of like food and stuff for my parents. So during the time that I have with you all today, it's funny, Timur and I were texting back and forth, and he was like, what's the title of your training? So when I introduced you tonight, I'm like, the title is Legal Shield. I mean, I don't have a specific title. I'm going to talk to you all about some things. Um, I don't want to act like I didn't prepare for this. I'm prepared, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I don't have a title for what I'm doing. I'm doing Legal Shield. I've been telling my team a few things. And so for my team members that are on here, you're going to hear some repeat stuff. But a lot of what we have to do to get through this whole COVID-19 thing has a lot to do with mindset, right? Martin Luther King said, it's not where a man stands in his time, in a time of convenience, but where a man of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in a time of challenge and controversy. And that's what we're dealing with. Some people are not taking this virus seriously. They're like, it's just the flu. Well, I tell you what, I have a friend today that lost a 29-year-old nephew. He passed out yesterday from the virus and transitioned today. I have a family member who lost a coworker, a family member in banking who lost a coworker, and that family member has been working from home now for a week, but they had to let them know who were in close proximity of this person that this person transitioned to make sure that they were safe. And I'm glad to say that family member has no signs or symptoms, but this is something very serious that we're dealing with. And even though we're dealing with something that's extremely serious, what I want to say to you is nothing that we can't deal with. It's nothing that we can't get through. It's nothing that we can't overcome. Excuse me, guys. I just had dinner. I was scarfing down dinner before I got here. So if I have a little hiccup here and there, that's what it is. So here's the thing that you need to think about, right? So we are looking for a new normal. And Timur, if you could text me how much time I have, that would be great, so that I know and I can kind of time this thing and get through all of the things that I want to say to you guys. So we're looking to develop a new normal, right? But for us, our new normal is only a slight shift from our old normal. What do I mean by that? Well, I know for me personally, I've been using Prospect by Legal Shield for a very long time. So for me to send somebody a video and get them to watch it and do a three-way is not much different from my old normal. The only difference is how I might be meeting new prospects. So for those of you that are worried, that are cold prospect people and, you know, cold call people and all of that, you might be saying, well, how do I meet new people given the climate that, you know, we can't shake hands and we're not doing all of these things that we're used to doing? I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in a moment. But think about it. All we're doing is the same thing that we've been doing, right? We are sending people videos. We're getting them on a three-way call. We're on a Zoom call right now. Well, guess what? You guys have been doing this Zoom call, this Zoom training on Wednesday nights forever. You've been doing private business receptions by Zoom forever, opportunity briefings by Zoom forever. So it's not like what we're doing, we have to change much. We're not changing much of what we're doing. The only thing that we're really changing is how we're prospecting. But if you think about it, how many numbers do you have in your phone right now? This little device, this little gadget that you have, how many numbers do you have in there right now? And how many people have seen a proper presentation? Like realistically, if you went through, now is the time to reach out and check on everybody in your phone. It's the time to. And everybody in your phone needs to know what you're doing. So first is the checkup, but next is the check-in to see what it is that they're going through. Because during these types of times where people are focusing on the chaos around them, the ones who stand to benefit are those who provide solutions for the problem, in the sense that we can't provide, you know, the answer or the cure for COVID-19 or the coronavirus. We can't provide that. We don't know what that is. We're not medical doctors on the front lines working on vaccines and all of that other stuff. But we can provide somebody a simple solution when they have situations when it comes to their employer, when it comes to them not getting refunds, when it comes to their child's schooling, when it comes to any of the things that the questions that have derived from this virus, we have the answer. Now, some people are already in the mindset, well, people don't know where their next check is coming from. I don't think a ton of people are there yet. There are some people. I mean, my god sister, her entire department got laid off. So there are some people that are dealing with that stuff. But here's the thing. Price is only an issue in absence of value. I'll say that again. Price is only an issue in absence of value. People only worry about what the price of something is if they don't see the perceived value in it. right? Ted Bell, who's on the line, has a BMW paid for by the company because he's in Performance Club, but because he saw the value in that luxury vehicle, then the price of it, since he was getting the check, was not an issue. For some people, a BMW, even if they're getting a Performance Club check, would have been an issue because they didn't see the perceived value, right? I have, and I hate to tell you guys this, but I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm a poet. So for me, some of my perceived value comes in stuff like this. This is a Mont Blanc 110-year anniversary edition writing instrument. And it's not, this ain't a Bic, you know, it's not an eraser mate. It's not a Bic, but the percent. Now, there are some people that say, and I don't even want to tell you how much that writing instrument costs, but there are some people that would say, that is ridiculous for you to spend that much on a writing instrument. But for me as an author, as a writer, as somebody who is in love with words, the relationship that I have with my writing instruments, right, and the perceived value is different. So I say all that to say, again, price is only an issue in the absence of value. The value that we provide for $24.95 per month for the people that choose to enroll in this membership is enormous. Even if somebody is having a hard time, that $25, because you can't put a price on peace of mind, that $25 that they spend per month on Legal Shield, the perceived value in that is so enormous if you sold the membership right, if you gave them everything that they needed to make an educated decision. You know, during lean economic times, this is something that people still need, because if you can't afford if you can't afford an attorney at $300, $400, $500 an hour during regular times, you know for sure you can't afford one during lean economic times. But again, still, there are people that have the ability to pay. Not everybody's cut off. You know, not everybody, you know, some people are still going to work. People in the restaurant industry are still going to work. People in the food service industry, they're still going to work. Now, again, you know, it's going to be hard to prospect when you go to the grocery store because social distancing says 6 feet away. Okay. All right. So that's the tougher part as far as physical prospecting. But think about it. How many people do you have in your phone that have not seen a presentation? How many people do you have on your phone or your list that have seen a presentation where something may have changed for them? Something may have changed for them from the standpoint of needing an attorney because of what's going on with COVID-19, or from the standpoint of needing a revenue source. There are people now that need revenue sources that didn't need revenue sources before. You know, their lifestyle was contingent upon them going to work and being able to be out and amongst the people, but now they don't have that freedom that they used to be out amongst the people, or their job may have been discontinued because of that. So that being considered, there are people who've already had a presentation who you need to check on and check in with, right? So those people as well that you need to check on and check in with, okay, to make sure that they are doing okay and that they have something else. But the other part is, for those of us that already have a book of business, or for the people that we're talking to, you know, checking on and checking in with, making sure that we're asking for referrals. This is a huge, huge deal right now to get referrals. Who are the people that you know that could use something like this, who are going through stuff with coronavirus? Who are the people that you know? Everybody right now that we know needs to have a last will and testament, a living will, and healthcare power of attorney, beyond a shadow of a doubt. That needs to happen right now, so that as this stuff is going on, get it out the way. And prayerfully, we all see it through this, right? Prayerfully, we all see it through this, and it doesn't impact us, and it's not in our close circle, or our health is not compromised, or the people that are in our immediate family that we know and love. Prayerfully, that is the case. I would rather be prepared, though, in the event that something happens, than not be and trying to scramble, trying to get all of that stuff done. So we're not fear-mongering. Like, we're not preying upon people's fears. This is something that people need anyway, but they need it now more so than ever, just because of everything that is going on. So we've been dialing through our membership list. We've been prospecting new people on Facebook. Guess what? You got people and friends and groups that you belong to where you could develop relationships via social media, right? Now, here's the thing on the social media. Everybody shouldn't go out putting Legal Shield flyers up on their page. Need a will, call me. right? That people are going to run from that because it looks like you're selling stuff. Need a will, call me. You know, when's the last time you got your will updated? If you put that as your status, nobody's going to admit that they haven't got their, I mean, there might be a few people, but for the most part, people aren't doing that. So how do you do it? You approach it in a way that even when you're making your phone calls, this doesn't even have to be a social media thing. You know, I'm in a couple of WhatsApp groups, or group me groups rather, with various fraternity members and stuff like that. And when people are asking how's your day going, my answer is I feel good. I hope 2 people get their wills done today in the midst of this crisis. I really feel good about what I'm doing for work. Thank you for asking. Oh, by the way, the kids had ice cream, right? So people will see that and like, what? 2 people get the will. You know what? I've been thinking about that. That's something that I could use, or something that I could do, right? So we're not out there spraying and praying when it comes to Legal Shield and doing stuff, but we're letting people know. You know, when I'm on Zooms, I was doing a PBR for somebody else the other day via Zoom, and I text my friend. I say, hey, I have to give a presentation real quick. I would love for you to evaluate it. Would you hop on and evaluate my presentation? She hopped on, she evaluated my presentation. She was like, all these years you've been doing this, we never really sat down and talked about it. I'm interested. I think I need the membership. Now, here's the thing. Had I invited her to presentations before? Absolutely. Had I told her that she needed to take a look at this before? Absolutely. Did I make her feel bad that she's just now looking at this? I did not. I was like, yeah, no, we kind of never did talk about this, did we? All right, what part of the membership did you like best? You know, those were my questions. So you don't have to, I know sometimes it makes us feel good to be like, hey, stupid, I tried to tell you about this already, right? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're just gonna keep it moving, business as usual, and empower people with this. But here's the thing, guys, your mindset is so important. What you're doing is so important. Like how you're reacting, how you're responding. People are looking for leaders in times of crisis. They're not looking for the ones that are running with their tails tucked between their legs and sticking their head in the sand, as Timmer said on his Facebook Live the other day, right? Get your head out of the sand. We're not looking for those people. We're looking for people that are passionate. We're looking for people that are assertive. We're looking for people that want to make a difference. And that's really what it's about, becoming a difference maker in all of this. So as you're out there, as you're doing this, you know, here's some stuff that I told my team in Prosperity Group. For those of you that are online, you've heard this before, but you might need to hear it again. Like taking care of your own mental space as well, right? And we've often heard that Legal Shield is a personal development company with a compensation plan attached to it, right? And so I also put these tips in the Legal Shield Associate Success page, or Associate Support, one of those. But there are 5 things that I do every day, or that I'm focusing on during this quarantine time, to make sure that my mental health and my human being is intact, right? Number 1 is treat every day with gratitude. Like the mere fact that we're alive and able to be on this call is a miracle in and of itself. And I appreciate the daily miracles. So gratitude, what can you be grateful for every day? Number 2, I get up and get dressed. Like I got real pants on today, people, right? Usually I'm business from the waist up and PJs from the waist down. But every day I'm getting up now and I'm getting dressed. I'll iron a shirt or some clothes to put on, you know, depending on my Zooms, or if I'm talking to business people or business owners, I might put on a different dress shirt instead of something like this. But I get up and get dressed. When you look good, you feel good. Number 3, find something daily that that helps you experience joy. Find something daily that helps you experience joy. So whether that's music, whether that's cooking, be careful with cooking if you're quarantining, because you don't want to get too fluffy. Make sure you're exercising if you're cooking a lot. But find something every day that brings you joy. Jigsaw puzzles from my mom on her iPad. For me, you know, it's music. I'm dancing around the house and dancing in the kitchen. I had a beautiful dinner. I should have showed you my plate as I was scarfing it down as people were checking in. But find something every day that brings you joy. Number 4, communicate with those that you love on a regular basis. Place those phone calls, use Zoom, use FaceTime, use Google Hangouts. If you can do stuff with people, and this is for prospecting too. Like for friends that haven't had a presentation or anything like that, do a FaceTime or a Zoom meeting for lunch with a couple of friends and do that. You know, have that be your lunchtime, right? So if you're doing lunchtime with friends, you could talk to them about the membership the same way you would. Here's the thing. If you do lunch with friends via Zoom, you get out cheaper during quarantine because you don't have to pay for lunch. They got to make their own lunch in their own homes. Usually I'm treating people for lunch. I don't get the tax write-off, but I get to keep my health. All right. So talk to the people you love on a regular basis. Communicate with people you love. And number 5, take this time to learn something new. Read some more books that you haven't read. Learn a language. There are plenty of free apps on mobile phones and online where you can learn a language, pick up some type of skill set. The post-pandemic person should be better than the pre-pandemic person because the world is changing on the outside. And if you're not changing on the inside, meaning the inside of you and while you're inside your house, then that's going to be a problem because you need to make sure that you're equipped to add value to the marketplace. The goal is always to become better. Even when we're not, the challenge is, or the freedom in this is, the gift in this is, we've always complained about the time we didn't have to do stuff. I don't have time to learn another language. I don't have time to go back to school. I don't have time to read. I don't have to, I'm busy. Well, what are you busy doing? Now we're not busy doing anything, most of us. I mean, we're busy working our businesses still, but we've freed up some time because you're not out and about regularly, or you shouldn't be like you normally are. Okay, so again, gratitude, get dressed, find something to bring you joy, communicate with those that you love, and learn something new. Those are my 5 tips for taking care of the person. Let's prospect like crazy. Let's call people like crazy. The phone is your friend during this time, right? I'm still in Performance Club. I got a young lady that's about to hit senior director during the pandemic. I got another young lady that's about to hit director during the pandemic, right? So there's no excuse. People are going to buy what we have. It's just a matter of if they're going to buy it from you or not. Okay. So I think that's about my time. I don't know. I think I did good. Yeah, I did really good on time. So Timur, if you have any questions for me in particular, I'm still up, man. It's only 6:52 on the West Coast. So I got friends out there that haven't seen a presentation yet, man.
Well, Mel, that was absolutely awesome. I am going to throw you on the spot though, because I forgot to, let everybody know you're a poet. You got any things you've been working on? Something you could share with us, an oldie but a goodie, or something new, man? Because man, you inspire me so much. So I don't know if you got something on the tip of your tongue that you could share with us.
I won't say on the tip of my tongue, but I am coming out with my 6th poetry album. So I do have some stuff that isn't released yet. I don't know it by heart, but let's see if I can find. You would throw me on the spot. All right.
I would, man.
I like inspirational stuff too. So I'm not going to give you guys a love poem. This one is called Success Junkie. You can call me an addict. I've got a bit of a bad habit when it comes to being successful. My junkie status is next level. I crave to be brave so that my desires I can slay. I've replaced my calls of Mayday, Mayday with several profitable paydays. I'm not looking for compliments on my accomplishments. This is my success journey of confident competence. I do enjoy things of opulence, but that's not why I'm driven. I'm here to make an impact on this here world while I'm still living. I'm the game changer. I am the influential, inspirational life rearranger. I just want to be an example. I've learned that negativity needed to be dismantled and replaced with positive thinking so that challenges could be handled. Every high achiever is threatened by the possibility of a scandal. I've heard that dogs don't bark at parked cars. So I traded in my automobile for a rocket ship so that I could shoot for the stars. I'm from a team that aims high. You can keep your glass ceilings because the limits are beyond the sky. I've developed a compulsive success habit. It's like my goals are a target at a shooting range and I just blast at it. The way I conjure up my winning streak is past magic. Though I'm not afraid to fail, If my ship is not going in the right direction, I don't place blame on the wind. I just adjust the setting of the sail. I've learned a valuable lesson from every setback. I've come to find beauty in the scars from when I got my head cracked. I've learned to appreciate the constellation and stars by looking at the sky every time I fall on my back. I'm gonna keep getting up. If failure is a mandatory part of the process, then I'm gonna keep getting stuck. The difference is I'll fight my way out of sinking quicksand while others keep giving up. I'm gonna keep working at I want while others keep waiting on luck. But I heard that luck only favors the prepared. That's exactly why I keep going when I'm scared. That's exactly why I keep repeating proper preparation prevents a pattern of poor performance over and over in my head. I've learned the power of positive affirmations. So if I don't like my current situation, I just change my mental radio station. The difference between a big shot and a little shot is that the big shot kept on shooting. The difference between a winner and a loser is that one of them refused to keep losing. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is up to you. So ask yourself, what are you really doing? Success Junkie.
Oh man, I love you, brother. I appreciate you coming on tonight and, continue to inspire us. And, I know a lot of folks were looking forward to Mel Rob being at, the convention and playing your favorite tunes and rocking us as always. We'll be back for another one, man. And we got this, now this presentation that's going to be online, encouraging folks. Make sure that you are registered for the online convention that Legal Shield is going to have, because it's going to be fantastic. Mel, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Just so you know, Timmer, you know, I'm still DJing convention, bro.
Oh, I did not know that.
I'm just doing it from my living room, but I'm still DJing convention.
All right, then I'll be looking forward to some Journey at somewhere in there.
Don't stop believing.
All right, man. Listen, I appreciate you, Mel. Appreciate all that you do for Legal Shield. Appreciate what you do for your team. Appreciate what you really do for anybody that's out there that's just willing to listen and be coachable. Team, what a fantastic team training call tonight. I appreciate folks for joining us. Dig in and fight hard. Keep going out there and talking about the cause. And together, we will reach everything that we desire. Everybody have a great night. Peace.